Total Fitness, and today's routine is Tsunami. Love the Tsunami, personal favourite of mine, this one. You'll need some kettlebells, preferably I'd say most people will want a heavy one for a few of them, do the exercises, and then a lighter one, but you might like me want to average it all out, where some of them are really horrendous, some of them are a little bit easier. Anyway, hopefully you can get by with what you have to hand. It's Tabata, which means it's short bursts, okay? Short rest, short bursts. Very intense, and we are doing 81 sets back to back. Okay, it's one of those, it's tough, but before you know it, you're done. It's like getting hit by a train. You're like, what the hell happened? Anyway, in a nice way. Let's get warmed up, and then I'll go through the detail really. 81 sets. Back to back. So that's 20 seconds worth, 10 seconds rest. During that 20 seconds, we'll just go for it. We're doing 9 exercises. Okay? We end up doing 9 sets of those 9s. 9 times 9, 81. So we're doing them in that shopping list style template. Some of you have done it before, so you do exercise 1. Then we do exercise 1 again. Then we add number 2. Right there. Spain, Spanish. Good morning. Then add number 3. Then we go back to the start, add number 4. Back to the start, add number 5. Back to the start, add number 6. Until we get to that, what's called the peak round, all 9 exercises. When you get to that point, you know you've done the 9 sets of that first exercise because you started on it 9 times. We can tick it off the list, you've done your 9 sets. Okay, and every time we start back at the start, we just tick one off until you're left with just the last one. So you end up doing 9 times 9. Let me take you through the exercise. Some of them are tough, some of them are a little bit easier. So, yeah, the ones that are a little bit easier, perhaps you'll get a little bit of a breather on, okay? But none of them are really that easy. But it does go quick, so once you're into it, you're in. Right, so exercise 1, we want to start with a bit of everything. You're doing a dead high pull. The word dead is in the title, that means it's from the floor, like a deadlift. So you go from that floor for a deadlift position, yeah, rotate. Externally rotate the shoulders, so shut your armpits and your knees out. Pull, nice and high up to the chin. Pull, hinge the hips. So it's that combination of lower body and upper body, okay? That's number 1. Don't forget, we'll be doing that back to back for the first round, because round 1 is just number 1, and we go back, which is number 1 again. Number 2 then, squat thrust, so row. So that kettlebell sits there, again between the heels, or just between the feet. Hands down, out, in, grab the kettlebell, okay, either by the side there, or palm underhand grip, and then pull to belly button, a little row, okay? Out, in, row. Okay, there. Elbows back to engage the lats. Okay. The third one we add in, a little bit of push to complement that pull. Scorpion press-ups. So you're going to activate that posterior chain, squeeze the glute, and lower the chest at the same time. Back up, then the other side. Okay, you can do that on your knees just as effectively, look. Okay, so you just squeeze the glute and hamstring. Number 4, we're doing a hand clean to rear lunge. Okay? So, hand clean through the thighs this time. So it's not a dead clean, it's a hand clean there. Pull and catch. Then you're going to rear lunge, back, through, lunge that side, back. Okay? So rear lunge for that one, clean to rear lunge. Right, exercises 5 and 6 is the same exercise for each side. This time it's a forward lunge and press. So it all gets a bit lungy in the middle. That makes it, that's what makes it so tough really. So here, hand under the chin in that perfect rack position. Press, keep that lock, and lunge forward the same side you press. Okay? Or if you want to make it more advanced, you're lunging at the same time, you're almost dropping underneath that kettlebell. Okay, but first, focus on splitting it into 2 separate movements. Push press, lunge, push press, lunge. More advanced, press and lunge at the same time. Side 1, side 2. Next one, number 7. Deck squat burpees if you're capable, if you've got the mobility. If not, just normal burpees. Deck squat burpees, up, and into normal burpee, back, forward. Okay? If you need to use your hand a little bit, then that's okay. That's what will get you there eventually. You'll only be able to do it hands free. Okay, but if it's taking you 10 seconds to do 1 rep, then, you know, obviously then, just do normal burpees. The last 2, pure abs, the abs, hands flat on the floor but not under the hips, because that's where that movement needs to be. And you're just going to raise and twist back, raise and twist, raise and twist, or just raise. Okay, that little twist is actually quite difficult to put in there if you haven't got full control in that position, which is tough in itself. Right, and the last one, pull over to sit up, the upper body abs combined, the favourite one, this one. Okay, you're going to pull over, keep your elbows in, don't do it like that, don't do it like that. Okay, straight, but again, make sure your palms are neutral, facing each other. Pull over and push to the ceiling. Combination there, lats, chest, tricep, abs, the lot. Okay, right. That's it then, that's drying. Once we're in, and it's going to take us all the way to the last minute. Okay. Right. Ready then? Round one. Just that one. Dead high pull. Right, let's begin. Here we go. 3, 2.
said I didn't need to get lost sometimes. I took a couple wrong turns, but I learned the right ones are harder to find. We ain't trying to fly, chasing highs, riding low. We just can't let go. There's something in these moments. It's nights like these, be the ones that make us. On nights like these, I wanna stay here by your side. 'Cause times like these, they can never break us. Nights like these, on the nights like these. Feel like a fit when you lie in the wind, speaking sensitive.
Getting a bit lungy now. Lunge breath. Forward. Side one.
We've been trying to chase so close to the past, so we should leave them know. We just can't let go. There's something in these moments.
the bells. Well done, everyone. So, it's my favourite. I do it in a sick way, that one. As hard as it is, you can see it just leaves you like, what the hell happened there? Well done, everyone.
I remembered that one halfway through.
Yeah, well done. Right, we're back in 2 minutes for total mobility. It's the ideal half an hour to go with that, believe me. You'll flow out here with you. Right. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow or in 2 minutes. Or both. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Hope you enjoyed that. See you soon.